already there is taxation without representation, and you know, people may be surprised to hear me say that that the diaspora is taxed. Of course, it is taxed because there's a direct cost. Like I said earlier, you know, all the remittances that you send here, that's a direct cost. And that's a form of taxation, really, you know. And the interesting thing is that I've had conversations, in fact, Chinamasa at one time, I don't remember if it was Chinamasa or somebody else who said, actually we must tax them, tax their income over there. There's already a taxation of the diaspora without representation. That is actually a very, very serious problem already. And a lot of times, the reason why sometimes some people in the diaspora just despair and they say, you know what, I'm not even going to get involved, is because they are, you know, there's a demand even by the government for them to do more when in fact they are being denied a very, very basic right, the right to vote, the right to determine who is a leader, who determines the environment in which they can invest. And I really, really believe, Nige, that if that is not resolved, if the issue of the diaspora is not resolved and the diaspora can't vote, then we are, you know, missing a great, great opportunity to involve our people in the great adventure of rebuilding our country. And in fact, it is such an urgent need that we have to actually rebuild our country, that what should be happening is that the government should be incentivizing the diaspora to come back home and invest. And now, you know, sometimes people think that incentivizing is like, so, well, we are going to offer you plots of land somewhere, and we know that whole way of doing things is controlled by a patronage system, and it never ends up being fair anyway. Well, let's have a very fair way of incentivizing the diaspora to come and do stuff at home. Give them the right to vote. Give them a voice in the election. And make sure that they can feel comfortable about the people stewarding the things that you're asking them to invest. And it is such a critical thing for our country. So it's not just investment in terms of them, also the skills that we need to efficiently administer our government, the skills that private businesses need to efficiently run their companies. All those things are investments that the diaspora could be making if they were properly incentivized. And the biggest incentive that has to be there is the right to vote. Let me say this, Nige. You asked earlier about the proliferation of political parties. And one of the things I said was, you know, it's high time every party that seeks to represent the Zimbabwean people takes none of the Zimbabwean people for granted, including the diaspora. That's absolutely critical.
And other stories, visit our website www.263chat.com. Follow us on Twitter @263chat and like our Facebook page 263chat.